Thanks for traveling from California to come see me. Sure. We'll do it again over there. It's exciting. I was telling the people who work here, they're like, people are coming. I was like, oh, thanks for telling me. Even if there was 2 of you though, I would still be stoked because I'd be like, man, look, I'm fucking huge in Paris, It's just how it is. I never take this job for granted, and no matter what happens, I'm very lucky to have it. I spent a long time doing this job around. I would just drive in my van around the United States, playing in coffee shops and bars to either 0 people or 1 people. And let me tell you something. It's actually easier to sing to 0 people than 1 person. The reason is because it's a lot less awkward. When a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? Who knows? When 1 person's around to hear it, it makes a very awkward sound. Maybe you've been in that situation where you've been the 1 person in the audience. Society has not figured out how to handle that yet. It's way too awkward. I had that experience happen to me so many times, It's bad because they can't leave until someone else comes. I don't make the rules, but that's how it is. So they're held captive at your show. You don't want them to be captive, but they are. And they always want to say something at the end to make you feel good, so you don't feel so bad. One time I played to one guy, he said, John, don't feel so bad. Even though I was the only one here and this place was totally empty otherwise. Sound waves last for hundreds of years. So someday soon this room will be full of bodies and your waves, man, will be passing through them. Does that make you feel better? And I was like, yeah. And then I talked to a scientist and that's not true at all. He said sound waves last for 3 seconds. But there's one night I'll never forget. It guides me, it keeps me humble. I was playing in this town in southwest Utah called Cedar City, Utah. 2-hour gig, 1 guy was there the whole time. This poor guy, he just wanted a scone on his Tuesday evening, not to be held captive at a John Craigie show for 2 hours, but that's what happened. He was sitting there, he kept looking at me like, as soon as someone else comes, I'm leaving. And I kept looking at him being like, no one's coming, bro. Maybe order another scone, I don't know what to tell you. 2 hours he sat there, clapped after every song. After the show, he bought a CD. Thank you, yes. Right, yeah, okay, it gets even more awe-y, so hold on. Then he said, do you have anywhere to stay tonight? And I said, clearly I don't. He said, stay on my couch. I said, okay. Oh, it's okay, you don't have to do it. There's more. In the morning he cooked me breakfast, and then, as I was walking out to my Astrovan, even with all of his kindness, I still felt sad. And he stopped, I'll never forget this, he stopped me and he said, John, wait. And I turned around and he said, I want you to have something. And in his hand, he was giving me a $100 bill. And in a moment of self-weakness and sadness, I said, no, I can't take it. I said, I'm not good enough. And he said, I'm not giving it to you because you're good. And I was like, okay. He said, I'm giving it to you so you don't give up. And I was like, oh, I wasn't going to give up. How bad does it look up there? The point I'm trying to make is if there's something that you like to do, you should do it. It doesn't matter who comes out. Because there's one thing I've learned, is that 1 person turns into 2 people, 2 people turns into 4 people, 4 people turns into 8 people. Next thing you know, you're in Paris and life's pretty good. Thanks so much for coming out tonight. Some nights I wanna get up here and sing a bunch of nonsense. I know that my voice ain't good enough for bad lyrics, not yet. is the last song, the moment of truth. If this one fails, what good did the rest of them do? And I'm trying to stay focused and stay in the moment, but all I can think about is if my fly has been opened. I swore I checked before I came on. Maybe that was last night now. I just can't recall. I would ask you to check for me, but that would be asking a lot, so I'm just gonna check real quick. Good. You're doing it wrong, dissecting the bird, trying to find a song. It's a miracle that I'm here at all. I don't trust a musician who's always complaining it's hard up here, but so is everything. You know what my job was? Before I did this, I used to walk around parking lots picking up trash. Do you know how many people paid to watch me do that? Zero. Always zero. My poster sales were zero for my trash pickup jobs. So even if no one comes to this one, they still let me play guitar. I don't trust a musician who's always complaining. Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's the gorge, sometimes it's a garage. Get over yourself and do your goddamn job. Oh, you're doing it wrong, dissecting the bird, trying to find a song. It's a miracle that you're here at all. Flickers, when the days get dark, they call them first world problems, but they still break your heart. The universe feels like it's against you. Just take a minute to realize all that it took to make you. Your parents had to meet, as random as that was, hang out long enough at least to make some love and make a baby and give it your name. And all your ancestors had to do the same, exponentially backwards to the start of life. So much random shit had to happen just exactly right. Sparks had to catch, oceans had to freeze, billions of cells had to survive, endless disease, civilizations had to crumble, wars had to get fought, bad presidents had to get elected, and good presidents had to get shot. People had to leave, hearts had to get broken, people had to die just so your eyes could open. The universe is not against you. The universe is not against you. Went through a lot just to give you a chance. I must have wanted you here pretty bad. No pressure though, no pressure though. Universe went through a lot, Paris, but no pressure, bro. You don't gotta be perfect, you don't gotta be a saint. Just don't waste it. This love's not a mistake. You're doing it wrong, dissecting the bird, trying to find the soul. It's a miracle that was you. Oh, yes. Merci beaucoup. Thank you, parents. We'll see you next time.